Kortney Murray is the CEO and founder of Coastal Capital and is with me here today. And I mean, you built this business into a trusted lender
Yeah.
for various types of business and really went beyond like traditional lending and did things in kind of a clever and unique way. So, and now you've got the Pulse movement. So, talk about what that is and how does that redefine this ecosystem you've created?
Sure, Jane. So 16 years lending, there have been a lot of changes, but I wanted to create something that would be more of a movement for entrepreneurs and be able to really score the entrepreneur themselves. And so obviously, I've always talked about the scoring systems that we have. I've seen a lot of entrepreneurs come in and not be able to access the right type of funding because they're being scored on a pass. That's what a credit score does. We built a Pulse score, which scores the entrepreneur themselves based on grit, ambition, how they run their team, culture, core values. And so there's about 160 components that go into scoring the entrepreneur themselves.
And there's so much volatility these days and
Yeah.
banking and government spending and credit markets and things like that. I mean, what gaps do you see in the financial system and how do you address that?
I believe that, Bitcoin is any of coins, they're a bit volatile, and their banking is volatile these days, and it's not built for the entrepreneur. And so what we wanted to do is create a system where we could merge the entrepreneur onto a platform that makes them feel safe to secure all different types of lending. And that's something that I believed in for quite some time.
Now, you've developed this Pulse score, so it measures entrepreneurs differently than what we're used to. So, explain that. You did a little bit, kind of went into it, but elaborate on that. How did you come up with it? Why were these important values?
Well, I know that we both were here during COVID, and that we watched some of the entrepreneurs. They had things that happened. Some divorce happened. Some things happen with businesses. It doesn't mean that the team that they created shares a credit score with them. So why are we measuring on the entrepreneur who's signing? Why aren't we measuring on the business, and not just a business credit score, but how they do business? And so we really wanted to bring in something that would make investors comfortable while they can measure them. We measure them really with philanthropy, leadership, how long they've been in business, things like that. And then we want to bring it in so investors, VCs, people investing in new technology, things like that can really score out the, I would call it the human factor, but really the entrepreneur company themselves. So
Now, your movement uses the phrase collaboration is the new currency. So,
yes,
explain how that works. I guess, does that involve mentorship? And
it does.
what all does that involve?
So Pulse, the Pulse economy is made up also of Pulse Bridge Education. And that is where I aligned on different verticals, such as if you own a franchise or if you own a construction company. We brought in the best of the best to create a mentorship with that. When that is applied, we help with everything from, I would say, the mental stamina of an entrepreneur's waves that they ride. And we built an education system to really help them with tax strategy, mentorship, understanding where to go for different types of money, how to utilize the capital, the benefits that we have in the tax code was built for entrepreneurs and people. People get scared of it. They don't know what write-offs and things are. So we're really separating it so they can learn upfront.
And data protection, of course, is very important and becoming more so. So you've built this Pulse Vault,
Yes,
which is a secure system
it is.
for entrepreneurs. Explain how that works.
So it was built using Pentagon technology. And so we wanted to have it so secure. Every time you send your tax returns, your personal credit, any data to someone, there is someone looking at it. A human is looking at that scoring. And then sometimes it's sent to multiple places that have the same access to funds. Why are we doing that? We want to stop circumvention in our industry. We also want to make sure that the data is secured. So when you put it into this vault, the entrepreneur themselves has a choice to look at the lending options without having their credit pulled or dinged or handed to multiple different people. And so even though people build technology with these little pieces, they don't build all of it, and it's not always safe.
Okay.
So yeah,
Hey, thank you so much.
yeah,
To hear
thank
about
you.
this development.
Yes, and we like to call it I like to call it fintegrity. So it's finance with integrity.
Yeah,
Yeah.
awesome. I love all these sayings you've come up. So
Thanks, Jane. It was always great to see you.
let's see you.